Alright, today we're going to model functions. For modeling functions, we're going to write a function based off a situation. So let's take a look. So a helicopter takes off from 30 feet high platform and ascends at a rate of 8 feet per second. The function h of t describes the height of the helicopter after t seconds. What is the height of the helicopter after 11 seconds? So the big thing right here is it tells us we're at after 11 seconds, and it gives us the equation that represents that. So we're just going to take 11, which is our t or our time, and plug it into this equation. So 8 times 11 plus 30. Well, 8 times 11 is 88 plus 30. That's going to give us 118. And we're talking about feet, so I'm going to go ahead and put feet right here. Alright, the next one, a function a of r is equal to 4 pi r squared calculates the surface area of a sphere with the radius r. Find the surface area of a sphere with a radius of 3 inches. Leave your answer in exact terms. So that means it tells us our radius is 3. We know that r is our radius. So we're going to just take our equation and plug in 3 for our r. And we're going to solve. So a of 3 equals this guy, so let's go ahead and solve that. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. So 36 pi. That's what a of 3 equals. And that's our answer. We could probably put inches squared since that's our unit there. Alright guys, so suppose f of x is a function that calculates the cost of renting a room for a party. The room has an initial down payment of $125 and $75 each hour after that. Write the function of f of x. So it actually wants us just to write the function. So we're going to do f of x equals, and again, x is going to be how many hours. So we know we're going to start with a down payment of $125, so I'm going to put 125. Okay, and we're also going to add, because then we're also going to get charged $75 per hour. So I don't know how many hours I work, so I'm just going to go ahead and put x. Now another way that we could write this is f of x equals 75x plus 125. And usually we put the variable first, so either of those work though. Alright, now suppose you have a gift card for $25 at a store. If you want your bill to represent x, write the function that would calculate your final bill after the gift card is applied. So I'm going to do f of x equals, well, my bill is x, that's how much I'm going to get charged, but then we have a $25 gift card. So if I'm going to use a gift card, I'm actually going to take that money away. So I'm going to subtract, and it's just all of the $25. So I'm going to put minus 25. There's our function. Now this one's a little different. If we have a coupon for 15% off the bill at the grocery store, let x represent the cost of your bill. Write a function that represents your bill after using the coupon. Okay, I'm going to show you kind of two ways that we can do this. Okay, the first way is just kind of going, okay, we have f of x equals, well, I'm going to get charged x dollars, but I'm going to take off 15%. Well, think, I can't just write 15 because that would be $15. So 15% we can write as a decimal is 0.15, but then it's percent of our bill, so of x, okay? So then if I do 1 minus 0.15, that gives me 0.85x. So f of x equals, okay, that's one way to do it, okay? Or we can just think, if I'm going to have 100% of my bill, okay, and I'm taking away 15%, because 100 is how much it actually costs, and then take away 15%, that leaves me with 85% of my bill, okay? So that's going to be f of x equals, well, how do I write 85 as a percentage? Just as a decimal, 0.85. And then it's percent of my bill, which is just x. That's our final answer. So it's kind of two ways to do it. I kind of think this right hand way is a little bit quicker and easier to see. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. The sales tax on an item is 8%. Let x represent the price of the item and let f of x represent the total amount of the sales tax. Write an equation of f of x. So f of x equals, now sales tax, remember when you're going to the store, they add sales tax on. So if I had 100% as my total, and I'm going to add 8%, since I'm adding sales tax, that's 108%. Well, 108% would be, I got to move that decimal over 2 spots, so it'd be 1.08 of my bill, which is X. There's my answer.